वेलकम बैक टू माई कोडवर्स। अगर आपने मेरा पहला पाइथन लिस्ट का वीडियो देखा तो भाई यू हैव ऑफिशियली एंटर द पाइथन जोन। और सुनो, ये सिर्फ एक सिंपल पाइथन सीरीज नहीं है, ये एक प्रॉपर फाउंडेशन जर्नी होने वाली है। आप यहाँ से स्टेप बाय स्टेप पाइथन सीखोगे, बिल्कुल बिगिनर से, और फिर इसी बेस पे हम आगे जाके डेटा एनालिटिक्स, मशीन लर्निंग, AI, NLP, कंप्यूटर विजन सब कुछ बिल्ड करने वाले हैं। So get ready for this entire journey, एकदम सिस्टमैटिकली, क्लियरली, बिना कंफ्यूजन के। और हाँ, अगर आप सीरियस हो अपने करियर के लिए, then hit the subscribe button right now, because जो चीज़ें यहाँ सीखोगे ना, वो आपको सीधा नेक्स्ट लेवल तक ले जाएंगे। ऑलराइट गाइस, इस वीडियो में हम टुपल्स को पूरा डिटेल में समझने वाले हैं, स्टेप बाय स्टेप, बिल्कुल सिंपल लैंग्वेज में। सबसे पहले व्हाट आर टुपल्स और पाइथन में इनका यूज़ क्या होता है। फिर टपल्स क्रिएट कैसा करते हैं, इंडेक्सिंग, स्लाइसिंग सेम लिस्ट के जैसा ही काम करता। उसके बाद टपल्स ऑपरेशंस, पैकिंग एंड अनपैकिंग, और पाइथन का एक बहुत फेमस ट्रिक, स्वैपिंग वेरिएबल्स इन वन लाइन। फिर देखेंगे रियल वर्ल्ड यूजर्स, स्पेशली AI, मशीन लर्निंग और डेटा साइंस में टपल्स कहाँ यूज होते हैं। और एंड में एक छोटा सा मिनी प्रोजेक्ट भी करेंगे जिससे कॉन्सेप्ट सॉलिड हो जाते हैं। चलो शुरू करते हैं। बिफोर वी स्टार्ट, एक छोटा सा डिस्क्लेमर, ये पूरा कोर्स स्टेप बाय स्टेप चलने वाला है। सो इफ़ यू आर न्यू हियर एंड यू हैवंट वॉच्ड माय प्रीवियस वीडियो ऑन पाइथन लिस्ट, मैं स्ट्रांगली रिकमेंड करता हूँ पहले वो वीडियो देख लो। उसमें मैं गूगल कोलैब सेटअप, प्रिंट बेसिक, लिस्ट का फाउंडेशन और एक मिनी प्रोजेक्ट भी कवर किया है। और आज के वीडियो उसी बेस पे आगे कंटिन्यू होगा। लाइक यू ऑल नो फ्रॉम द लास्ट वीडियो, वी विल बी कोडिंग ऑन गूगल कोलैब बिकॉज इट्स द फास्टेस्ट एंड ईजिएस्ट वे टू स्टार्ट विद पाइथन। कोई इंस्टॉलेशन की टेंशन नहीं, कोई सेटअप का झंझट नहीं, बस गूगल अकाउंट होना एंड यू आर रेडी टू कोड। कोलैब एक वर्चुअल कंप्यूटर देता जिसमें पाइथन ऑलरेडी इंस्टॉल्ड है, और नमपाई, पैंडास, इवन मशीन लर्निंग लाइब्रेरी सब प्री इंस्टॉल मिल जाते हैं। सो बिगनर्स के लिए दिस इज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन। आप बस कोड लिखो, रन दबाओ, बाकी सब कोलैब संभाल लेता। सो सबसे पहले विल हैव टू कनेक्ट। दिस इज कनेक्टिंग टू द वर्चुअल कंप्यूटर, इट विल टेक फ्यू सेकेंड्स एंड इट्स कनेक्टेड। तो सबसे पहले I'll change the file name. Okay, so this file will be saved in a Google Drive. We'll start by asking a question, what are tuples? What are tuples and why do we use them? Tuples are basically similar to lists. You've already studied lists, right? So lists are ordered collection of items. In the same way, tuples are also ordered collection of items. They are in a way very similar to lists. दोनों में भी indexing होती है. Index starts from 0. See, for example, I'll create one list and show. So this is an example, okay? This is an example of list. We create list by using square brackets. In the same way, tuples are created using parentheses. Parentheses are not required. Just by commas you can define create tuple, but this is generally how it is created. Both are similar, not same. So only difference, जो बड़ा difference है वो है कि tuple are immutable. मतलब एक बार create किए तो उसके values को change नहीं कर सकते. Like in list we do know, we access the item of list using its index and we change it. For example, list 1 का first item लिए और उसको दूसरे नंबर से change कर दिया. We can do that in lists. These lists are mutable, but tuple में ऐसा नहीं कर सकते. tuple 1 का first term को कोई दूसरे आइटम से reassign नहीं कर सकते. Once it is created, we can't change it. So this is what immutable means. So ये एक ही difference है. We have seen कि strings में भी यही property है. Now if I print tuple, it will show error. So I can't change it. Tuple of 0 is fixed as 10. I can't change it to 70. So ये एक difference है दोनों में, okay? So now we'll see how to create tuple. Okay. So generally tuple को as I said parenthesis से create करते हैं. Let's create another tuple. Let's say apple, banana, and mango. Okay, so it looks same like list, only the difference is this parenthesis. अगर हम brackets नहीं भी डालें तो it is tuple only. For example, here what I'll do is without bracket I'll define and print and see what T2 is. See, Python automatically created those brackets. So brackets are not mandatory, but commas must be there. See, if I define a single item, for example, I'll define like this. But this is wrong. When I define like this, it will take this as integer. So if there is a single item, I have to put a comma. Okay. Now if I print, so this is single item tuple. And moreover, I can also check the length of the tuple, same like list. For example, length of T2. And it's a T1. 4. There are 4 items in T1. There can be empty tuple also. So this is an empty tuple. So this is how we create tuples. Okay. Now let's see indexing and slicing in tuples. Okay. Same list के जैसा है, indexing, slicing same, बिल्कुल same, no difference. Okay, we'll anyway see this. I'm defining a tuple. Okay, so if I print the tuple, this is contents. So इसमें भी same like list, index starts from 0. So this 10 has index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So if I want to access the first term, I do this. If I want to access the last term, and I can even slice. For example, if I want to slice 20, 30, 40, that means index 1 say index 3. So what I do, 1 is to 4. It will index from 1 to 3. If I do 1 is to 4, see, it took 20, 30 and 40. So this is how it is exactly same like list. Now we'll see some operations on tuples. यहाँ भी there's no difference between these and lists. Okay, same like list. I can have operations like count, index. Okay, we'll see that. For example, I'll define a tuple with multiple items. Let's say there are 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, again 2, again 3. Okay, so I define a tuple like this. Now I can count number of 2's using t dot count 2. So it will return me how many 2's. There will be 3 2's. Yeah, it gave me the count of item 2. In the same way, I can check the index of any item. For example, if I want to check the index of 3, there are 2 3's, but it will return the first occurred 3. Let's say t dot in 3. It returns 3. That means इसका index 3 है. Now we'll go to packing and unpacking. This is very interesting. Packing and unpacking in tuples. So ये concept data science से बहुत काम आता. See, suppose I want to assign multiple variables. Okay, for example, I want to assign A as 10, B as 20, C as 30. So this is how generally we do. Using tuples, I can assign all this in a single line. like this: A, B, C equals to tuple 10, 20, and 30. Now if I print B, it will return 20. Okay, this the right hand side is a tuple. We are assigning those values to ABC. So let's see what is packing. Okay, you'll understand this with an example first. See, generally, why do we use tuple is because at every index we have a separate category. For example, index 0 pe there is one category, index 1 pe there is another category, index 3 pe there is another category. For example, if I say coordinates, so x coordinate and y coordinate, this is a tuple. We use tuple there because the x place is fixed to x, y place is fixed to y. We can't change it. In the list, there's nothing like that. As a specific नहीं रहता कि first item ये है, second item ये है, third item it's just list collection of ordered objects. But tuple के case में we use it when there is some specific meaning to their location, specific meaning to its index. For example, I gave an example of coordinate point, x coordinate, y coordinate. We also use that in pixel intensity, RGB intensity values. We use that with a tuple of 3 items. First item is specific to R intensity as a RGB. So coming back to this, you'll understand this with an example. So I'll define a tuple with name Tiffin. Okay, this is a tuple. Tuple will have items, right? So specifically, we'll put some category. There are 3 categories. Let's say the first category is the main course. We'll put roti as main course, and second category is side dish, we'll say. So let's say dal fry, and the third category is we can say sweet, some sweet. Let's say rasgulla. Okay, so we've defined the tuple. This is the tuple. All these items are packed into Tiffin. Okay, so now if you see Tiffin, if you print Tiffin, it gives all the items. So the first item is a category, second is a category, third is a separate category. So this is called packing. We packed few items into a single variable, tuple variable. Now let's see what is unpacking. Okay, unpacking is nothing but we are assigning back these values to some variables. So what are our category variables? Now I'm unpacking this. Let's see how we do it. For example, main course is a variable, side dish is a variable, sweet is a variable. Okay, 3 variables. I'm assigning this with Tiffin. Tiffin has 3 items and they got assigned to these variables. This is how we can unpack a tuple. Okay, now if I, for example, if I print side dish, it will return dal fry. While unpacking, sometimes we don't actually require all these variables. Okay, for example, in this example, I'm least bothered about main course and side dish. Okay, I just want to unpack sweet, so I can do this. I can put some placeholders, and I'm interested only in sweet, and unpack it this way. Now if I print sweet, it will give me that value. So whatever is required to me, that itself I can unpack using this. So this is what unpacking packing is. Now let's see swapping variables. This is my favorite. Swapping variables using this tuples. This is my favorite trick. So generally in other programming languages, if you want to swap 2 variables, for example, I have a as 3, I have b as 5. I want to swap a and b. Generally how we do this, I'll store b value in temp, and I'll change b value as a, and a value from the temp. Okay, this is how generally we swap. Now if I print a and b, this will give 5 and 3. Okay. So to swap A and B, we are using a third temporary variable to store it and then get it back. In Python, it's very easy. It's like one line code. So how we do is A and B equals B and A. This is as simple as that. Now if I print A comma B, it will swap back to 3 and 5. So using tuples, swapping variables is like easy. Now we'll see some real world examples. Where we use this tuples, okay? So generally we use tuples where each position has some meaning and those positions cannot be changed. For example, a coordinate point x comma y. We can use tuple to store that coordinate location. For example, this is a point. We can store it like this using tuple. Take pixel color for example. So pixel color is like RGB, intensity of red, green, blue. We can store using tuple because each location has a specific meaning. We are going to see functions in detail in upcoming videos, but I'll show how these tuples are used in functions. For example, I define a function get stats of, let's say, scores. Scores is a list. Okay, what it does is when we pass a list into this function, it is returning multiple values. One is minimum value, other is maximum value, and the third value is let's say mean. So tuple can be used for returning multiple values from a function. Stats I'll pass a list, for example 10, 20 and 30. I'm passing this list, and when I print stats, so it returned a tuple. 10 is the minimum, 30 is the maximum, 20 is the average. After understanding the basic concepts, now we are ready for a mini project. In this project, we are going to create a tuple that stores favorite movies. We'll call it as favorite movies collector app. Okay. Print the description. Favorite movies collector, and we'll go to next line. We'll create a list of tuples. Let's say we'll store 3 movies. We can we'll input 3 movies for now, and we'll ask user to enter this. You've seen the print statement in the last lecture. So this print statement will ask user to enter details of the movie. We'll store the name of movie in variable name. Okay. We'll say year. We'll take that from user. and we'll take rating. We'll take rating out of 10. It will ask details of 3 movies. Okay, now let us store these 3 variables in a tuple. Okay, this is a tuple I'm defining, and I'm storing these 3 variables: name, year, and rating. Okay, and after creating each tuple, I'm appending these tuples into the list called movies. What append does, it adds this whatever item, in this case a tuple, it will add it at the end. Okay, so 3 times it will store tuple and it will add it to the movies. Okay, now let's print the results. So we are printing 3 movies here, whatever the user has inputted. Now we'll unpack this: name, year, and rating from the tuple. So for M in movies, so movies is a list, right? So items in the list are tuples. So M in movies are tuples. So those tuples are getting unpacked here. Let's print using a string. First we'll print the name of movie. Then let's say in a bracket we'll put year. We'll put a hyphen and movie rating. We'll put out of 10. Okay. I hope you understood this code. Let me explain it again. So this print statement basically prints a description of this app. We are first creating an empty list which will eventually store the movie tuples. So for I in range 3 means this loop is going to run 3 times and I will take values 0 to 2. So first it will ask a user to enter details for movie. I starts from 0, so movie 1, movie 2 and movie 3 it will ask. So first thing it will ask is the movie name. Once the user enters movie name, it will store it in name. Similarly, the year and rating. Well, after these 3 variables are inputted, these will be stored in a tuple called movie tuple, and this tuple gets appended to our empty list, one after the other. This part of the code prints the results. So for M in movies, that means M takes all the tuples. Tuples gets unpacked to name, year, and rating, and those things are getting printed. Let's run this code. So it's asking me for a first movie name. Let's say lazy programmer, just random name, 320. I'll give it some 7.8 rating. So it's asking for movie 2. Mission Impossible. Release year. Let's say rating is 10. Movie 3. Say Fast and Furious. 1 to 9. Release year. Let's give rating 8. So it printed our input results. Alright guys, that was a fun little mini project. और आपने देखा कैसे टपल एक छोटे स्ट्रक्चर को क्लीन एंड ऑर्गेनाइज बना देता. सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है लेकिन पाइथन में बहुत जगह यूज होता, स्पेशली जब डेटा को फिक्स रखना हो. आपने टपल का एकदम प्रैक्टिकल यूज देख लिया एंड स्टेप बाय स्टेप यू आर बिल्डिंग योर पाइथन फाउंडेशन द राइट वे. ऑलराइट गाइस, दैट्स इट फॉर टुडेस वीडियो. अगर आपको टपल्स का कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर लगा एंड दिस होल स्टेप बाय स्टेप जर्नी इज हेल्पिंग, मेक श्योर टू लाइक द वीडियो, कमेंट योर थॉट्स एंड सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल. बिकॉज अभी बस शुरुआत है. वी आर बिल्डिंग योर पाइथन फाउंडेशन brick by brick. And in the next video, we are moving to dictionaries, Python ka most powerful data type. You definitely don't want to miss that. So hit subscribe, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep coding, keep growing.